Kia ora everybody, good afternoon. Thank you to Professor Roger Moulton for your welcome and introduction. He's of course the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Education here. Can I say I'm having a really good educational day? This morning, this is just by way of introduction, this morning I was out at Henderson Valley Primary School. And you say, what are you doing moonlighting in Anne's portfolio? Well, I was there as Minister of ICT. We launched the first RBI school, Rural Broadband Initiative school in Henderson Valley this morning. They've had dial-up broadband. So today they moved to 100 megs, which is like light years from where they were. And we had a video lesson with the children of Granity School on the West Coast, who also with the second school today to sign up for the RBI, and a little school on the East Cape as well, just east of Whakatane, and we had a three-way astronomy lesson, which is cool. So I got to be student support in Henderson Valley, and now here I am speaking in front of a lecture theatre. So this is very cool. I might just become an educationalist. It'll be a lot more fun than some of my day job. But no, it was really exciting this morning, and just to see the sort of the world open up for these young people, I think is really important. And I suppose that's why I'm passionate about the adult literacy and numeracy, which you will be more passionate about than me. You know it way better. But that ability to open up people's worlds with these tools, in other words, these ways of interpreting the world and interacting with it, I think are just so crucial. And so whether it's a technical tool like ICT or whether it's just the ability to participate fully in society, I think that's pretty crucial. And so I'm quite passionate about the tasks that you people perform. And I'll start like I started last year by saying thank you for the wonderful work that you do, because I think it is crucial for this country. And I think the Professor said it rightly at the start. It's both the social cohesiveness, but also the economic potential, and the two go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So we are very pleased with what's going on in this area at the moment. It's a priority area, obviously, I think, for all of us. Obviously for you, you've invested your own time and expertise in it, and it's a priority area for the country. It's a priority because by world standards, we have a highly educated population, because we do. We actually have a pretty good successful result, but we also have a long tail of two groups of New Zealanders, I would say. A group coming through our schools that are disengaging way too early, and then a group of adult New Zealanders who don't have the literacy and numeracy skills to be able to participate fully in society. And we need to tackle both of those groups. And of course, the younger group feeds the older group if we're not careful. So we have to do something about that tail, and we are doing something about that tail, and perhaps more importantly, you're doing something about that tail, because without those basic skills, people can't participate. So we've made adult literacy and numeracy one of our major education priorities. It's a key priority in the tertiary strategy. We want to see a continued effort across all parts of the tertiary sector in that area to raise our nation's level of literacy and numeracy. And I've been running a focus with the Ministry and with the TEC on getting to the point where core skills of reading, writing and numeracy is intrinsic in any foundation course or qualification at level 1 or 2. Now, that might not be possible for all of them, but I thought if we start there, we can always work back. And I think that just brings so much potential in terms of embedding literacy and numeracy right across that foundation level education. And we've made very good progress towards that goal. Since 2008, we have now seen the number of adults accessing programs with embedded literacy and numeracy more than quadruple. So these courses cover any number of areas, from horticulture to hairdressing to a whole range of things. But they include the development of core literacy and numeracy skills. So in 2008, it was less than 15,000. Last year, it was 35,000, and this year it will be as high as 70,000. And I think the increase in learning opportunities that reflects, and those numbers, really reflects the efforts of many stakeholders, including employers, ITOs, unions, providers, and of course the people that actually make it happen. So I think adult learners have shown a willingness to improve their skills, particularly if it's relevant to what they want to do. And that was one of the things I got told when I stepped into this field pretty early on, is look, you make it relevant and people will come up with the skills. They'll want to access those skills. So now we're sort of getting into this sort of very good increasing in participation, and the excitement is about, you know, how are we measuring the results, what results are we achieving, and where that's going to go next. So across the range, that's actually true, by the way, in the whole tertiary sector. It's not unique. We're not just picking on the literacy and numeracy work. That's something that's very important right across the tertiary sector, is measuring those results and we're focusing very much on the outcomes as much as we can, and the outputs a little bit less on the inputs. So not measuring how many people are participating, but how many people are actually succeeding. So there's a number of ways we're doing it. One of the more public ones is the publishing of information, performance information. Well, that's just one, which just helps encourage the debate, but also right across, just measuring those results. So, and that's, I think, very important in this area. We're going to, I think, by about 2013, have quite a lot of information coming back, which I think we will use to inform the next stages of work. And I, for one, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to unfold. So we've now got the components of a national infrastructure in place, and as somebody who's into infrastructure, that's all good. Literacy and numeracy expertise is no longer confined to just a few providers. We've got educators, as we see here today, across all sectors, embracing the opportunities provided to build capability and include literacy and numeracy right across foundation level provision. So we want to see further expansion, and also, obviously, as I said, a strengthened focus on learner progress. Now, progress is going to differ from area to area, from course to course, but we do need to report on it and not be worried about that, because we actually have to see how it's all going, and I think that's very important. And the reality is, if we can't, if people don't want to report progress, that just makes it harder to measure the value of the provision. So it is important that we do that.